If you clicked on this video, then the question presented in the title is most likely something that intrigues you. If you aren't involved in this development of Star Citizen, then your understanding of the game could be as little as, hey, it's that game people pay thousands of dollars for virtual spaceships. And while that might be, it's definitely much more going on. So the question stands, what is Star Citizen? Well, I'm the guy with the generic gamer tag, and I'd like to help answer that question for you. If I had to define Star Citizen in a sentence or less, then by definition of genre, I would have to say Star Citizen is a space simulation themed MMORPG. Hey, that's it. Question answered. You can go. Thanks for joining. Okay, I'm joking. Seriously, I need the views. Bear with me for a little bit. But more or less, without taking any preconceived notions on what an MMO is, that's really the best descriptor for it. Now, if your idea of an MMO means it has to be similar to World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy Online, or to you an RPG means you have to have skill points and strength and dexterity, then no, it's not one of those games. It is, however, a space sim that's a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, even if right now the main role you play is the victim. Back in 2012, a man named Chris Roberts, who was a decently successful game designer already, having made Wing Commander, Strike Commander, and the Freelancer games, along with several others going back far as 1983, well, he had a vision. He wanted to take his idea of the Freelancer and Wing Commander models to the next level. The technology had gotten better, and the limits he had to work within for his entire career were lessening. New possibilities were within his grasp. With that, and the growing popularity of crowdfunding at the time, he saw his chance, and in October 2012, a Kickstarter was put up for Star Citizen. It seemed like his vision was a hit, reaching the fundraising goal and blowing past all of the stretch goals they set out. Star Citizen became the largest crowdfunded game on the platform, and it was that fundraising strategy, pledging money to the project and getting in-game ships returned, that continues to allow the developers to get paid almost 13 years later. I can already hear you now. Generic, 13 years, still no game, what gives? Well, lots of people have been saying that, to be fair. Especially every year with the exact same articles from game journalists saying, well, what you just said. But to be fair...
Well, to be fair...
To be fair...
I have been saying that about Elder Scrolls and GTA 6, but I digress. But enough of the history class. You're here to know what Star Citizen is. Well, right now, it's a playable alpha, meaning the game is actually playable to people who have pledged a game package. However, different from a beta, not all the features that are supposed to be available at official release are in the game yet. And since the experience isn't feature complete, there are gaps in game loops, a few missing pieces here and there, and quite a few bugs and issues when playing. But what is there right now is pretty varied. There's playable mining on ships, on foot, or ground vehicles. You can salvage wreckage from NPC or other players, or just random wreckage found in asteroid belts. Are you a space trucker? Because both commodity trading and hauling missions are available for cargo ships of all sizes, some of which are much bigger than you'd think. And of course, you can't forget the combat. From player bounties, mercenary missions, there's quite a lot of opportunities to go and get some time behind the stick. And not just space battles, because remember, this is a space sim, not a spaceship game. You are a person flying those ships, so you can be a person on the ground. There are tons of FPS missions to do, large arsenal of firearms, from handguns, sniper rifles, from grenade launchers, to guns that literally shoot lightning. Not just combat on foot either. There are locations to explore, valuable gems and ore to mine on foot, and plenty of hidden loot, if you care to let your inner loot goblin run free. Like I said though, not all the features are in. There's actually quite a bit missing still. From the elaborate player-influenced economy, crafting, base building, all the way to the detailed engineering systems that are slated to be released later this year. There's still a lot of work left to be done. Many people, myself included, are passionate followers of this project, not just because of the fun, emergent gameplay and sandbox environment, but because what this game has the potential to be. It already is one of the most unique experiences out there today, with more going for it than most AAA titles. But the amount of tech that has been developed for Star Citizen along with the game plans and design that's slated to be one of the most immersive experiences out there, with unrivaled freedom and gameplay that really should be the forefront of today's gaming. The ability to fly from orbit, land anywhere you choose on a planet, open up your cargo doors, and step foot on a faraway moon without any loading screens is already a reality in Star Citizen, along with many other experiences that other developers won't go near due to the time and investment needed. The vision allows for a role-playing game to the very core of what that phrase is supposed to mean. You play whatever you want. Want to be a cutthroat bounty hunter? You got it. Want to be a smuggling scoundrel? Sure. Feel like a space pirate, taking what you want and selling it to the highest bidder? Why not? Or what about you and your friends making an organization to explore the systems and find valuable commodities for others and selling the locations? The planned gameplay is expansive, and the gameplay that can organically spawn from it, virtually endless. Along with all the gameplay that comes from a sandbox environment, there will be a weaving storyline that players will be able to follow, taking them from the first 5 star systems that will be available upon full release, with branching stories leading you down rabbit holes and remote places in the verse. Those story missions and the other mission giver NPCs that you'll meet along the way will have reputations that you can earn and obtain greater rewards, and forward not only the story of the galaxy, but your own story as well. And if story isn't really what gets you going, so much that most MMOs might not be your thing, you'd prefer a more single-player campaign experience, well, you're also in luck. Along with Star Citizen, Cloud Imperium Games, the development studio behind Star Citizen, is also making a trilogy of single-player campaign games named Squadron 42, where the first of the 3 have been announced to release in 2026. Now, to be fair, they have announced Squadron 42 would release several times already. However, and not to sound like a shameless shill, it totally seems real this time. Promise. No lies, no fake-outs. Maybe. In all seriousness though, they have shown quite a bit of gameplay and cinematics from the first game and have been pushing the development team hard to get this pumped out. And as cynical of a person that I am, I do truly believe that Squadron 42 is just around the bend. And hey, if your interest is being piqued by Squadron 42, go ahead and check out this video, where I'll be answering the question, what is Squadron 42? Totally new idea. The title just came to me, I don't know. I'll have that video in the description below. As I stated earlier, the possibilities of Star Citizen truly are endless. Chris Roberts is committed to continuing development long after the official release, and openly states that he wants to continue adding to the game. There will be many more systems added, more gameplay loops, jobs, missions, and honestly, pretty much anything that he ends up seeing in another game or movie that he thinks is cool.
Fishing is not on Star Citizen 1.0's list, but I'm pretty sure, I know, but I'm pretty sure it will be not that long after 1.0.
And then he'll go to his development team and tell them to add it in eventually. That's kind of how we got to where we are now. And honestly, with how CIG is structured and postured themselves and their assets, it really is possible if they execute everything correctly. Right now, you can hop into the verse with a $45 pledge. The pledge needing to be a game package. Hey, I know I got you all excited with the pretty ships in the video, but don't go buying them yet. With a game package, you have permanent access to Star Citizen since there are no sub fees or paywalled content outside of the newest ship drops that are exclusive to purchasers for the first 3 months. And even better yet, CIG regularly puts on free fly events, where anyone can make an account and try the game out for free for a week. So you don't have to even commit to buying the game before you try it. Go to robertspaceindustries.com, make an account. From there, you can check the website for information for the next free fly event. And if you don't have anyone else you know playing the game and would like to help me out a bit in-game, add my referral code when joining. It's on the screen now and conveniently placed in the description below. I'm such a considerate person like that. Please remember, this game is still in alpha, so I honestly wouldn't suggest you paying anything for it unless you're able to enjoy yourself through these complications. It will be frustrating at times, and a lot of times the free fly events are even harder on the servers. So hop in, give it a try for free during one of the events, and if it's not polished enough for you, no harm done. Shelve it and come try it again later. I personally refused to spend a cent on it until the alpha was in a state that I was enjoying myself, and I felt like there was enough there to justify $45. And I'm sad to say I'm way past that $45 now, so I hope you like and follow the video to help me recover from my crippling spaceship JPEG collection. With that being said, the alpha really has been getting miles better in playability. So if you've tried it before and you weren't impressed by the performance, maybe give it a try again. It's been getting better with each patch. Right now, once again, if you can handle the alpha issues, $45 for what's currently available is a steal in my opinion. And to be clear, you don't have to purchase ships with real money. Every ship that has been released is either currently purchasable in-game or will be after a short exclusive period for those purchasers, usually lasting around about 120 days. There's currently well over 100 flyable ships purchasable in-game. So to circle back to the question of this video, what is Star Citizen? To be honest, that question reminds me of a phrase many people like to use. A game made for everyone is a game made for no one. And for many of you, that might sound like Star Citizen from how I've been describing it. However, I don't believe Star Citizen is a game made for everyone. It's a game made for anyone. Not everyone will want to play it, and that's okay. But anyone looking for an experience that Star Citizen has to offer, be it PvP, PvE, high risk, high reward, chillin' laid back game sessions, a crafter, a miner, a starship salesman, a pirate. Any of those things are or will be possible with Star Citizen.